Sir, with respect, the J-15's KLJ-7A is an AESA with a larger aperture than our APG-63 V1 birds. Some open sources say 90 to 100 centimeters diameter versus our 78 centimeters. That gives them a modest detection range edge against low-RCS targets, maybe 20 to 30% farther out in certain aspects. They spotted us first yesterday because of their KJ-500 picture, sure, but if we go head-to-head radar on radar, how exactly are we planning to tackle that with the F-15J we have right now? And with the other assets coming online? Finally, a real question. You've been reading Yanes and Chinese white papers. That's healthy. Now listen carefully, because this is classified up to secret NOFORN in the real brief, but you need to hear it straight first, the radar aperture myth. Yes, the J-15's KLJ-7A has a physically larger array, roughly 1,000 to 1,200 TUR modules versus our V1s-900 after the limited AESA retrofit. On paper, that gives them a slight edge in raw detection range against a clean fighter-sized target, maybe 140 to 160 kilometers versus our 120 to 130 kilometers in search mode. But combat is not fought on paper. Here's what actually matters. We don't fight fair. We fight networked. Yesterday Reaper flight wasn't flying alone. They had full E-767 feed, ground-based JAO TPS-102 radars on Miyako and Yonaguni, and Link 16 from Cadena's E-3. That gives us queuing out to 400-plus kilometer. The Chinese may have the KJ-500, but their data link is still narrower bandwidth and more jam-vulnerable than ours. We see them long before their onboard radar ever lights up. Range advantage. Neutralized. We are already fixing the hardware gap. The Japan Super Interceptor JSI upgrade program for 68 F-15JS starts full-rate installation next fiscal year. New APG-82 V1 AESA 500-plus TOR modules, same radar as the US F-15EX. That wipes out their aperture advantage and then some. First Squadron, 305th at New Tabaro, goes operational 2027. NAHA gets its birds 2028 to 2029. IRST pods, JRASQ-3, are being fast-tracked, silent long-range detection, no radar emission. The Chinese don't have an equivalent fielded yet on the J-15. AAM-4B, Type 04, active radar missile with two-way data link is already in the inventory, longer no-escape zone than their PL-12, and we're integrating the AIM-260J ATM equivalent under FMS by 2030. Layered kill web, not duels. We are not planning to win one versus one radar shootouts at 100 kilometers. That's 1980s thinking. F-35A of B squadrons, 301st and 302nd, are standing up at Misawa and will rotate through NAHA by 2027. Stealth means we detect and shoot while they are still searching. E-7 Wedgetail AWNC replaces the E-767 starting 2028, better sensors, better jamming resistance. GCAP, Global Combat Air Program, with UK or Italy, 6th Gen Stealth Fighter, 2035 IOC. That's the long-term answer. In the meantime, more Type 03 SAM batteries on the Sakishima chain, Aegis Ashore alternatives, Aegis system-equipped vessels, coming online 2027 to 2028. The sky will be full of things that can kill a J-15 long before it ever sees an F-15. And the most important part you'll never read in Yanes. We train differently. Chinese pilots still average under 150 hours a year. Our boys are pushing 200 to 220. We fly against real aggressor squadrons with Chinese tactics every week at Komatsu. We practice jam data links, we practice silent intercepts, we practice fighting with one hand tied behind our back because that's exactly what peacetime IOE demand. So yes, today the J-15 has a modest aperture edge. Tomorrow it will not matter. The day after tomorrow, they will be the ones asking how to close the gap. Until then, your job is simple. Fly smart, stay disciplined, and never give them the excuse they are begging for when the real war starts. We won't be trading radar beams at 100 kilometers.